Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Brent Bergherm, your host for this channel, of course, and today I have with me the ThinkTank Photo Urban Access 15. I'm coming to you from a different location than normal. I am on the Oregon coast doing a workshop here. We're going to finish up some shooting here shortly, and today actually we're going to get right into printing. So it's a shoot and print workshop, and we're headquartered here in Bandon looking at all sorts of great things. I've shared with you right there a few pictures from this event. So let's get to opening up this box and taking a quick preview of the bag, and then I'll swap out my gear. I've got my backlight 26 that I've been using fairly regularly, and now I'm going to see how it all fits in this new bag that they've designed. Let's get to it. So here's the bag, of course, with its standard packaging items on it. Hey, they have a new design for these clips. That's kind of slick. I like that. So these clips have a little thing here where you push your finger in it, and it actually has a little bit of a magnetic action to where it kind of clips into place. So it's really easy to let go, but it has a little bit of a locking mechanism, so it does stay nice and closed when you want it to be closed. So I like that, nice and easy mechanism there. Okay, a little bit of a fairly long and deep. That pouch there is long and deep. Fit, you know, your extra stuff there. This top section, lift it up a little bit so you can see we've got a bit of an organization holder there, things on the sides. That's nice. Good area. This is nice and deep. Great for some hard drives and other computer type accessories. I could see memory cards and batteries going up here too. I think that's a good use of space. We have a hidden strap here. So this is going to be for the tripod attachment. It must go around this way. Sometimes these hidden straps are a little too hard, a little too difficult to get out. That's their standard clip there, and then it has the little thing to lift up so it releases and you can lengthen and shorten. And so then that will attach over here. Put a jacket in there, put your tripod. I'm sure there's a item down here. So there's a little cup for your tripod feet. That looks pretty good. So then this item here is a water bottle holder. So that's pretty good. And then we should have something else here on the other side as well, where we're going to be able to stuff a water bottle or some such item. And then of course, all about gear access. Let's take a look at that. We have 3 points. I really appreciate the dual zipper on these. So accessing gear there, accessing gear through the back. And then this is where the notebook sleeve is. So that's kind of nice to have it actually against the back. I like that. And then on that side, and then we've got these flap zippers and some other zippered elements here. So now I'm going to pull all my gear and stick it in here, and then we'll go through it again and take a look at how all the gear is arranged and all that other good stuff. Okay, I just finished loading up this bag, and it's possible that I may have found a new favorite bag. One thing that I've been slightly kind of, I guess, I don't know if I want to say critical or just what the case is, but you know, with the ThinkTank and the MindShift gear bags, I tried out the First Light 20, and certainly I've been using this one. Both good bags, and this one's an excellent bag. I love the Backlight 26. But it just has a sense of rigidity that it keeps it from, you know, fully forming to my back or whatever. It just doesn't feel like it's completely 100% forming. I have yet to actually try this one on, so certainly time will tell, and I have to wear it, so I'm going to use it for the rest of my time here out on the Oregon coast. And one feature I failed to mention is that this waist belt is removable, so that's nice for when I'm in the airport and the like. But it is just a slight bit less rigid, and I have a feeling things are going to probably go pretty well here. Certainly when I put the computer in there, it doesn't have it right now, that will add to the rigidity of the whole structure and the weight, of course. But I don't go out shooting that way. I leave the computer, you know, back in the room kind of a thing. So let's take a quick tour of the bag and the items that I've put in there. And I'd like to also say I haven't done 100% full on, you know, everything is perfect, but we can see how much room is left and how much room I have to grow. So let's take a peek inside and see what we're dealing with here. In the top portion, I have my filter wrench, pen and lens pen, my Pixel Pocket Rocket type item, a little neoprene filter holder, my flash, and then my split neutral density filter. And so that fit all perfectly up here. Now the flash, I could probably find a place to stick it in the main body of the bag. So that's ultimately where I would want to put it. For this area in the back here, or maybe I should say the front, just a quick catch-all. I got a little notebook, towel, and that's all I put in there for now. And look, that just even automatically attached. Good. Ample space for a standard water bottle, so that's nice. Now let's take a look what happens when I open this panel. So I've got the camera right there. This is my platypod. And then I've got my filter nest. So my neutral density and polarizer filters, these are the ones I use the most, though that's right there. You know, and I might switch the position of these because I've got a separator right there. And the platypod I don't use all that often. So if I tuck that back there and put this right there, that's great. Camera comes out super easy like, so I like that. Small amount of wasted space up here, so I'll probably find something for that. Now on the other side, I've got my 16-35, or it would be the 24-70, depending on which is attached to the camera. I got an empty space here, so something else could go there. You know, maybe my filter nest could go there instead. And then I've got the 70-300 tucked in down here. That would also fit my 100-400, maybe just a slight adjustment in the positioning of the thing there, the separator. And then I've got the rain sleeve. This rain sleeve could easily go here as well. But I figured I liked the idea of extra padding around that lens. And now let's take a look in the inside here. So here's a detailed look on the inside of this bag. And you can see over here I've got a few empty spots. This was the empty spot we just looked at. And so this can totally just rip out, make a bigger one. I've got lots of empty space here. So I probably could get my flash to lay horizontally in there. And then I've got, this is just a battery holder. I need to find a different one that's not so bulky. But, you know, I've got a little bit of potentially wasted space right here for that camera body. I did try putting the camera body this way. And while technically I think it fits, it could smush in there. It's a little bit too tight. So I like it, especially with that L bracket there. So I like it going this way. And then I really want to show you the details on one of these things that I think are, I don't know any better way to put it, fairly genius in my opinion, and how they designed this thing. And I'm going to focus on this one over here. And that is, I take out this lens here. I'll set it to the side for just a moment. Hopefully it won't crash. And this item here with this divider, it's got a little bit of a fold, so it's very, you know, goes any which way. But this little tab comes in, and you can see it slides through this piece of ribbon, what do you want to call it, this strap that is attached all along the way. And so you're able to put that through either one of those for maximum flexibility. And if I didn't want to do that one, and I wanted to do this one, I then have this little extra guard kind of thing here. And this can pull any which way, so you can modify it which direction you want it to go and get maximum flexibility here. I think it worked out perfectly with what I'm trying to do here, because it allowed me to, over here on this side, take this and bend it over this way. And then I was able to simply attach this to the top. And so it's going to provide a little extra support where it needs it. And I could probably even get rid of this divider here. But I just really liked how customizable that is, and I thought, oh, I haven't seen that exactly before, and I just thought that was clever, and I liked how that happened. One thing about this bag, this wall here is narrower down here, so the front of the bag is narrower than the back of the bag. So there's a little bit of that tapering going on. In this bag, I didn't find that to be too much of an issue. Over in the Photocross 15, I didn't care for it. But this bag, it has a little bit of that tapering, but it's mitigated by the way that you put gear into the bag, whereas the Photocross 15 is only coming from the side. All right, so now let's try putting the bag on and see how it fits. Certainly in a bag like this, without a super beefy hip belt, we're gonna be carrying a little more weight on the shoulders. If I tighten this just a little bit and maybe loosen this just a little bit, I might be able to transfer a bit more weight to the hip. But that is where we have an advantage with the other bag here, the Backlight 26. It does carry significantly more weight on the hips. But this isn't bad, and I can also feel, without the computer anyway, I can feel that padding and the way that it's shaping to my back. I do already like it at least a little bit better. Certainly haven't hiked with it. I do wish these straps were a little longer. So these shoulder straps, it comes and stops right there. If it were just a touch longer, it wouldn't stop in such a sensitive spot. And so we'll see how that goes for me when I'm on the trail or walking through the city or anything like that. And then of course the whole idea of being able to access the gear from the side pockets. So I have the camera accessible on this side. Hey, you might be in the shot, just so you know. I had someone sneak in on me. So being able to quickly grab the camera out of the side like that, love that, very convenient, wide open, got the zippers on both sides. And then if I need to switch a lens out from the other side, I can grab that lens out here. Maybe it's, you know, a little bit annoying to have to flop from side to side, and so I can probably, for my most, my two most used lenses, I can probably get them both on each side with a little bit of different configuration. But that's also where, if you open up the back, you have access to just plumb everything. And I really also appreciate how when I was accessing this side, the water bottle did not get in my way. I had tried the Freeline 350 from Lowepro, and it has a water bottle holder on the side too, but it is not as flexible as this, and it just didn't work for me. I had to send that bag back. So this works pretty well, and it manages that water. Now, if it were a bigger water bottle, I might have a different issue. I don't know. So we'll see how that goes when I have a bigger water bottle. So there you have it, the Urban Access 15 by ThinkTank Photo, and I thank ThinkTank Photo for sending this along for a review so I can test it out and give my honest assessment of what this bag is like and how it'll work for me. It is definitely very much a contender for my favorite backpack thus far, and only use and trial and error out in the field will be able to tell me for sure. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't taken a listen to my podcast, check out latitudephotographypodcast.com for all sorts of things about landscape photography, travel photography, and things along those lines. I do have a print course as well, so if you're looking to learn that wonderful print process and get awesome gallery quality prints out of your photography, check that out on my website, brentbergherm.com. And then certainly I have another podcast, masterphotographypodcast.com is there for you. That's a round table where we've got all sorts of different discussions going on, all of course photography related. Thanks for being here. Until next time, happy shooting.